Hi everyone, I'm Michael from the University of Bologna. As you can see by the theme I have applied to my slides and also to my shirt. My very first task, the first day of my PhD, was to design a course about computational thinking as a competency across discipline for all majors of the university that were non-computer science or computer engineering. So I decided to use the creative learning approach and Brennan's project practices and perspectives framework. Then I had to find a creative instructor to teach this course, and after a couple of drinks at the boat party last year in Bordeaux, I convinced Tarmelop from the Scratch team to come in Bologna and be our instructor. So, what we did? In the first half of the course, we asked students to create projects with Scratch. A free project, and then a guided tutorial, and then a story with a peer, and then some debug and remix activities. In the second half of the course, we asked them to produce a more elaborate final project in Scratch or in other languages if they want, and we gave them support for this during the lesson and also offline. In the meanwhile, we asked them to think what is the meaning of computational thinking with some reflection activities. And in the second part, during their final project, we asked them to keep a design journal for their final project and to reflect on concepts, practices, and perspectives of computational thinking. We kept a very informal approach, relaxed and playful. We gave no importance to final grades, but we support them constantly and individually. So what are the advantages of using Scratch in this kind of course? It was a new language for all, so half of the class had already a traditional programming background, while the other one had never programmed before, so it created a common ground. Students with Scratch felt very free to explore and to create iteratively and collaboratively. What are the challenges, anyway? They perceived Scratch as a toy tool, so it's a creative tool, but not a sole logic tool, not a professional tool compared to those used by real programmers, they said. And this approach led us to put a little focus on computer science core concept, other than programming, for example, algorithms. That was our original aim. Anyway, the final projects were very diverse and creative, in line with their their personal interests. So, for example, amazing final project, a fully working RPG with menus and fully drawn by the student, with the inventory, with battles. Or this game with the Simpson characters about memory and math games. Or this is the operation table game reproduced in Scratch. Or this is a graphic novel, an interactive graphic novel, by the way. Or a project about the secrets about our city, Bologna. Or this very interesting project about Morocco, done from a student from Morocco that learned a lot by his native country through this project. And this is an interactive kiosk to order something to eat or drink. And finally, a very funny game about pollution and climate change by a biology student. For what concerns the thinking part, we had very interesting discussion at the beginning. Students were able to discuss and feel the tension between the idea of computational thinking as the CS, the computer science core concept, and the thinking tool for learning by using computation. But we gave them maybe a too low scaffolding, so very quickly the discussion drifted from the idea of computational thinking to the idea of the safe and correct use of technology, the screen time used by kids, and so on. I just show very quickly some tag clouds to show you how the discussion was going. So computer and programming ruled at the beginning, and continued to rule while the discussion got in depth. But at the beginning, as you can see, there are many technical terms like strategies and logical and sequence algorithm. And then after we go very deeply, technical word got very smaller, and they put more focus on thinking and society, creativity, thought, and so on. Finally, we were very good at attracting women in respect to other computer science or computer engineering courses, but not so good in attracting students outside the engineering world. Most of them were non-computer science or engineering major, anyway engineering majors, maybe because the original description on the website was very frightening at the beginning. So we are doing this course again this year, so we're looking forward to your suggestions, your critiques, your ideas, and so thank you.